Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. There's a saying that wonders will never end, and that word is very useful right now in Nigeria, considering what is going on. Right now, the only man who has been able to liaise and talk with bandits without the bandit hurting him, he talks with bandits, bring words from the bandit to Nigerian government. I'm talking about Sheikh Gumi has spoken again, and this time around you'll be so shocked the kind of description he wants the media people, the journalists, to give to Fulanis who are victimizing and troubling this nation. He said if we don't call them those names, that they will not surrender. And in another news, the governor of one of the northern states have been able to put aside some very reasonable amount of money to be used in vaccinating heads of cows in his state. Is that not shocking? We're going to look into all of this detail, and we are going to analyze it and also give you an opportunity to go to our comment section and let's talk about this. But please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, just hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. According to the news, the Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi has urged Nigerian journalists to stop describing bandits as criminals. Gumi disclosed this when he featured on a program on Arise television on Thursday. The cleric said the media is adding to the insecurity problem by names they use in describing the bandits. He said if the media wants them to surrender, they should not be castigated and referred to as criminals, but rather nice words should be used to describe them. According to him, I quote his words, said, "You are emphasizing on criminality. Even the press are criminals too because they are putting oil into fire. These people are listening to you. You should not address them as criminal if you want them to succumb," he said. Said youths are ready to put down their weapons. Now you are calling them criminals. How do you want them to cooperate? So you have to show them they are Nigerians, that they should not hurt children, be law-abiding. This is the language we want to hear the press use. The press should assist us in getting the boys. You see, when we talk with them with nice words, they are ready to listen to us, put down their weapons. But when the language is about criminality, killing them, then this is what we will keep having. Some gunmen suspected to be bandit had last Wednesday stormed government secondary school, Kagara, Niger State, abducting many students and staff members, while one student who tried to escape was gunned down. A member of staff luckily broke loose from the captivity. A day after the attack, Gumi, who is known to have access to bandits, met with some of them in a notorious forest in Niger State and later pushed for them to be granted amnesty. And in another news, for me, this one is really a shocking one. The Bauchi state government has released 32 million naira for the vaccination of over 800,000 heads of cattle in the state. Governor Bala Muhammad disclosed this at the inauguration of 2020-2021 annual livestock vaccination campaign at the Galambi Cattle Ranch, Bauchi, on Wednesday. He said, "We have released over 32 million naira for this exercise, which will cover vaccine, equipment, and allowance for our staff to do this exercise." He said the Ministry of Local Government area has been directed to pay the allowance of all the participating staff in the 20 local government area, as well as to purchase more material to vaccinate more than 800 heads of cattle. Mohammed stated that Bauchi State was one of the leading livestock producers in the country, with over 75% of the state farming population engaged in one form of livestock business or the other. Earlier in his speech, the Commissioner of Agriculture, Pharmacist Samaila Boga, said the only way to control livestock disease was by regular and sustained vaccination of animals. Now let's look at the first news, because that one is very shocking. Gumi says Nigerians must start learning how to talk to bandits. It's a word sent out to media, that the media should know how to talk to the bandits who are holding our children captive, or who are, terrorizing the environment, victimizing Nigerians. We should find better words to describe them. So, which means a time will come that headlines will be like, some handsome Fulanis tried to kill 2 Nigerians, or killed 2 Nigerians. They are so handsome and they are doing their work, and we love them real good. Or possibly we say something like, some very strong, energetic, nice beard Fulanis came and kidnapped our girls. Oh my God, they're trying to multiply the population. Possibly we've got to start talking like that to make Gumi a good man, Sheikh Gumi a good man. Where in any country of the world have we seen leaders engaging in negotiation with bandits? Where? People who come and seize other people's life and have it for keeps, demanding for ransom. Where in the world, Mr. or Sheikh Gumi? Where in the world have you seen anyone giving into any act of terrorism? Okay, let's look at the world at large. United States of America and other countries of the world. Where has it ever happened that somebody is using gun to terrorize people? Number one, before they start engaging in this act, they have never for once come out plain and said, these are our challenges. Oh, our children are not going to school. We are not having a better life. And they speak to the federal government or the state government about it, only for us to wake up one day and we start seeing them standing by the roadside kidnapping people. If you have an opportunity of listening to what has been happening, you will hear of the fact that if you enter the bushes, you see human bodies littered, and someone have the effrontery to tell Nigerians and tell the media, when you want to talk about them, use beautiful words to describe them. One of the things I've always been wishing is that some of those people who are supporting these horrible acts, they should, their own people should fall victim. At least if you fall victim into their hands, you will understand what it means for people to strip others of their own peace of mind and strip them of what they have, just because the government have not been doing their own part. You now decide to go on the street. We should do same to all. Why do we even have police force? If there's going to be negotiations like this, why do we have the military? If there's going to be negotiations like this, why should we ever have such people? Why don't everybody venture into that kind of thing? After all, beautiful names, we're going to be called by beautiful names, So we all venture into it because it's a right pathway to follow. Is it not shocking that some things we do not know in this country? And my prayer is that some of these things will be unveiled. Imagine killing somebody and another person sits back and is telling you should call them good names. In what they call it, Bauchi State, they are releasing money to vaccinate cows. I don't know the reason behind that. Well, that's their major, agricultural activity, livestock. Somehow one can wave his eyes. But first of all, have we been able to take care of the needs of the people first? Have we been thinking of how to improve on livestock business so that we stop this issue of allowing Fulani guys to go around the whole country with cows? Some of the things that we need to emphasize on. These are some of the things. Livestock, 32 million naira, the people now. Have you really catered for the people? It's a big question. I want to know the answer to it, because some of these things that are happening, and guess what? The government is folding their hand and pretending as if they're not hearing this Sheikh Gumi say anything, because this was the same words that my Lafia said, and all of a sudden he was called to appear before DSS. His own wasn't even up to this. His own was not close to this. They call him, come on, explain this. I don't know. I just want to leave it there and give you an opportunity. Just go in and use this opportunity to tell all the kind of good names we should be calling our brother, that are busy engaging in all manner of menacing acts tell us the good name, maybe we'll be calling them Uncle Fulani. I will call them Brother Fulani who had kidnapped and done this evil or that.